Winter's coming.
That's a hole. Got it. I just got it right on the lip. Hey everybody, welcome back to Adventures with Spackmann. Today, we're testing the cheapest 3-person hot tent from Amazon. We're water testing it. Stick around to see how it does. Let's get this set up. I've decided not to include the stove jack testing today. I'm not going to set up a wood stove inside the tent and test this. I want to give the stove jack flap the best credit, best chance it has to stay waterproof in the water test by keeping it closed. First look at the pole. Offers 0 adjustability. It's a pretty red color though. It's kind of cool. Feels pretty strong. Most likely I'm going to have to go around and adjust this once I get the pole up. I'm going to have to adjust the actual stakes because once again, the stakeout points have no adjustability to them either. This has 8 stakeout points and only 12 stakes. So I guess we'll have to see how many guy out lines it has. I thought it had 8. So there's not enough stakes for every point that you have to guy out. I guess we'll see. Securing the stove jack flap the best I can before the water test. Give it the best opportunity to keep it dry. Let's see how it does. I also have it set up right over the water. The water's going to be coming down right here, so it's going to be hitting right here. Let's go inside the tent and check this out. Here's the inside of the stove jack. There's 2 vents, one above each door. They are meshed, and they both have push-out spots. Here's that seam tape here. You can actually see how big the holes are from the sewing needle. Luckily, they're taped over. Oh boy, let's see if I can show you that. Oh yeah, there it is. See the light coming through the top there? That's a hole. As I look around, I find more. Ooh. A lot in the stove jack flap. I guess we'll see how waterproof those holes are. One big thing I really don't like about this tent, there's no real reinforcement up top. Like right in here where that cone is, where the pole goes, there's no real reinforcement. It's just double fabric, the same fabric as these. Nothing reinforcing it up there. So on the inside, all you see is all these seams sewn together, and that is just a horrible reinforcement job. This is just so bad. I'm still giving the tent the benefit of the doubt, but that benefit is getting smaller and smaller as I look at it. Now, it does look like it has guy out points on every side, every seam. So I'm going to get those set up. Now, like I said a second ago, it only came with 12 stakes, so 4 guy out points aren't going to be guyed out. This kind of irks me too. Am I wrong for thinking that the company should have tied these on for me? Like, seriously? Let me know in the comments down below. Am I wrong for thinking that? And now I have to deal with this mess. I'll get back with you in an hour once I get these all untangled. So not only do I have to tie these on myself, they only gave me 4. Here comes Remy Dog. They only gave me 4. I'm missing 4 guy out points. But now it kind of makes sense that I only have 4 stakes because they only gave me 4 guy out points too. I did check the listing and I'll throw a screenshot up of it right now. It says that it included 8 ropes. So I don't know if I'm supposed to cut these in half or what. But if I cut them in half, I'm left with cords that are they're not even long enough to touch the ground from the guy out points. So now I have to choose 4 spots that I'm gonna guide out from. So let's do that. I'm no Boy Scout, so I'm just gonna double knot that up. And then at the other end, I'll just tie a simple loop, just like so. All right, I got it all guyed out. Well, not all guyed out, because they only gave me half the amount of guy out ropes that I needed. So I got it half guyed out, and let's check it out. Since there's 0 adjustability, I just made a loop at the end, staked it down, and I just double knotted it to all the guy out loops, which once again are just sewn right into the seam. I'm not a big fan of that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know how many of you are excited to see how this tent's gonna do in the rain, but I sure as hell am. So let's get this hose going and see how it does. I'd say that's some pretty good coverage. All right, let's get inside of it, close it up, and see how it's doing so far. I love this sound. I really do. I'm checking all the little holes I can see. They are seam tape, even though you can see the light through them. There is seam tape there, so that might be its saving grace. We'll find out. I think even the big hole up at the top that I saw is dry so far. Alright guys, so you know the deal. I'm gonna set up a time lapse for an hour, let this rain fall on it. I'll check it at the halfway point at 30 minutes. And then I'll check in again after that hour time lapse and we'll see how it did. Stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, hour time lapse starts now. So we're at the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna take you guys inside with me. Oh God, I'm getting soaked. Ugh. Oh boy, first drip. Okay, let me show you the oh, top's leaking. You see that water? Oh, I just got it right on the lip from looking up. Oh boy. She's a leaking, guys. Alright, so let me show you this. Look at that huge, there's a puddle right there. Look at that. That is a lot of water coming through there. Water coming from the top. Let's check the rest of this. Now, like I said, this is the 30-minute mark, so the water's only been running for 30 minutes. I knew the top was gonna be a problem for sure. I knew that. I guessed that, guys. I mean, my finger is wet from putting it up there. Can't actually see where the water's leaking in there, but it is leaking. Ooh. There's water coming in right there. I'm gonna set you back on the tripod. I'll get back with you in another half hour. Alright everybody, it's been an hour. Let's get you off the tripod, see how it did. Keep coming back to the stove, Jack. That is leaking 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. This drip is outside. This one is inside. These are inside. There's that puddle again. And there is water all along this seam. Coming right in through here. Ooh, that's bad right there. The flap tie up. It's coming right in that seam, leaking right down through there because there's no seam sealer right there. Huh. Oh, I thought the top start leaking up here. It might have. For the most part, that's strange. It's like the top sealed itself where the water's just not hitting where it was leaking before. But at the 30-minute mark, we totally saw that top leaking. There was water coming down this pole. Actually, there's still water. There's still water right here on the pole from before, or from right now. I'm not sure which one. But this was leaking up there. This is leaking like a sieve. I mean, yeah, that is just dripping. That is dripping like crazy. That is some water right there, folks. Let me check all the seams and I'll get back to you. All right, here's another leaky spot where this toggle tie out is for the door. That's leaking at that seam too. The vent, this vent that we saw leaking earlier, it's still leaking. Leaking worse now. Look at all that water coming through that seam. This is the opposite door seam. And right here, you can't see the drips, but that is wet. That got my finger wet. So this seam is bad too. That's 3 seams so far that are just leaking really bad. And this water test isn't very accurate. You can see how much water's hitting this side. And right now, there's no water hitting this side because the wind is shifted. So I ended up turning the water up a little bit, and it just, it made it so much worse. This side over here with the stove jack is just leaking everywhere. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 leaks. 5 leaks in this little area. Now, of course, this side is getting most of the water. So this side over here might leak just as much as this one if the water was spread out evenly. More evenly, I should say. Alright, let's wrap this up. Alright, final thoughts on the waterproof testing of the 3-person mountain cattle camping hot tent. Yeah, it's not waterproof. It leaks. It leaks a lot. If you're looking for a 3-person hot tent, I don't recommend this one. Look elsewhere. Sorry, Casey. I don't think this is a good one. But thank you so much for sending it for the testing. It's been fun testing it. I really like doing the water test with these things. It's pretty fun on my end. I hope you guys enjoy them. If you do, think about hitting that subscribe button. I'll leave a link to it right here in the middle. Over here is the test video of the cheapest 1-person hot tent on Amazon. And over here is a video that YouTube recommends just for you. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Winter's coming.